Good morning, kindergarten. It's Marvelous Monday. It's a brand new week with a brand new reading lesson. Last week, we learned about animals and plants and how they grow. And this week, we'll be focusing on animal colors, how an animal's colors help it to survive. So we have a story called Red Eyes or Blue Feathers. And it's an informational text about animal colors. Now, when I'm reading it, I want you to be really listening and paying attention for what animal you think is really, really interesting. Because when we're done reading the book, you have a chance to do this finish the sentence activity. And you'll choose one animal to write about. The first sentence begins, "This animal is a," and you'll trace that and then write the name of the animal that you chose. What kind of animal? Then the next line says, "Its color is," and you'll write what color it is. And then the last part is, "The color helps it." So you be listening in the story to see how your animal's color helps it. It might help it to survive by helping it hide from predators, or it might help it to blend into the environment so that it can hunt. So you be listening for what animal you think is really interesting, what color it is, and then also how its color helps it. Then you'll get to draw about it at the bottom. So Red Eyes or Blue Feathers, a book about animal colors. This is an informational text written by Patricia M. Stockland, and the illustrations, the pictures, were done by Todd Oren. Here's the title page. Color adaptations. What's the best way to survive in the wild? Adaptation. Adaptation means to change. Color is one way to adapt. So how does an animal's color help it to survive? Some animals have colors that help them hide from hungry predators. Other animals use their color to keep from being seen while they hunt. Colors even help animals find mates or talk to each other. Read on to find out why some animals have such clever colors. Clever means smart. Red-eyed tree frog. Bright red eyes shine in the night. The red-eyed tree frog is wide awake. During the day, this tiny frog hides its bright colors by closing its eyes and tucking up its legs. The red-eyed tree frog's shiny green back blends in with the trees. Predators think the little frog is a leaf. Now, just like when we read the story, the informational text about a zebra who grows, this informational text has more facts written in a smaller print down below on each page. So I'll read those. The vertical pupils of the red-eyed tree frog help it see better at night. Vertical, remember, means up and down. So you can see how the black part of this red-eyed tree frog's pupil, the black part, goes up and down vertically. Daytime frogs usually have horizontal pupils. That means the black line usually goes side to side, like the horizon. Polar bear. White fur surrounds a shiny black nose. A polar bear slowly lumbers across the snow. Lumbers means to walk in a slow, heavy, often awkward way. The polar bear's snow-colored coat blends in with the Arctic tundra. Its favorite treat is seal blubber. Blubber is fat. As the bear sits on the edge of the ice, a seal comes up for air. The seal doesn't see the giant paw grabbing for it Grrr. Polar bears are not actually white. Their fur is transparent, which means clear. Light reflects off it and makes it appear white or yellowish. So their fur is actually clear, but they look white or yellowish. Red fox. Rusty colored fur rustles through the woods. A red fox follows a scent. Remember, a scent is a smell. This small fox finds food in many places. Its red coat and dark tail helps it blend in with plants and trees. Neither predators nor prey can see the sly fox. Being able to hide so well helps this animal live and survive in many different places. The red fox will eat almost anything, including insects, fruit, and leftover food from people's garbage cans. Seahorse. Yellow, green, and brown seaweed swishes in the shallow sea. A small seahorse swishes in the seaweed too. The seahorse is a slow swimmer. Its yellow-brown armor is like a protection or shield, helps it blend in with the seaweed. Larger fish can't see the seahorse hiding. The seahorse can quickly change color to blend in better with its surroundings. It also changes color when it mates. Killer whale. A huge black and white animal glides through the water. The killer whale is ready to attack. This ocean mammal is a smart hunter. Black and white markings help this large animal hide. From below, its white belly looks like sunlight. From above, its black back becomes part of the ocean's shadows. Killer whales use a lot of hunting tricks. Some swim under chunks of ice and tip them. Resting seals slide right in the water. Macaw. Red, blue, yellow, and green feathers float in the air. A colorful macaw lands in the trees. Macaws are some of the brightest birds around. The fancy colors fit well in their rainforest homes. These bold colors help the parrots blend into their surroundings. The white skin around a macaw's beak will turn red if the bird is excited or angry. So this part will turn red. Black rhinoceros. A big booming tank stomps down the hill. The black rhino is on its way to the watering hole. This giant creature isn't really black. It is actually gray. Rhinos like to cool off by getting dirty, but the mud also makes them look darker. A nice mud bath makes the hot African sun easier to handle. The dried mud on a rhino's skin also protects the animal from pesky flies. Jewel beetle. A shiny blue and gold shell shimmers in the sun. A jewel beetle sparkles on a flower. This bright beetle looks pretty enough to wear, but don't be fooled. It uses the dazzling color as a disguise. Predators think this tasty creature is part of the plant. Jewel beetles also use their bright colors to find mates or partners. Chameleon. Chameleon skin turns yellow and then turns to red instead. The changing chameleon rests on a rock. A chameleon's shade changes depending on its mood and temperature. It uses this clever color code to show how it feels. Color is one way that the chameleons communicate. That means to give information back and forth. Many people think chameleons can change any color, but they can't. Their colors do include black, white, blue, green, red, and yellow. Do you remember? Now here it has a little game to see if you were paying attention to the story. Number 1 says, the dried mud on my skin makes me look black. This baked on color helps me keep cool. Who am I? Was that the red-eyed tree frog, the black rhinoceros, or the killer whale? Think about the mud. It was the black rhinoceros. Yes, my black and white colors help me hunt in the ocean. With this disguise, my prey can't see me. Who am I? Which lived in the ocean, the red-eyed tree frog or the killer whale? Yes, it was the killer whale. My bright green back looks just like a leaf. This color hides me during the day while I sleep. Who am I? It was the red-eyed tree frog. Yes. So your activity today will be to finish these sentences. So I hope you enjoyed this story. I'll go back through it one more time, just listing the animals again and their colors, but then also I have a video. If you don't choose one of these animals, I have a short video. It's about a 4-minute video after this that is additional animals that use their colors to camouflage themselves. So you could choose one of those animals to write about as well. So I'll go back quickly through this, just naming the animals again, and we'll say the colors. We had the red-eyed tree frog. It was green. The polar bear was white. Even though its fur is actually clear, it looks white. The red fox, not frog, red fox. And it's that rusty red and orange color. The seahorse. We said that it was brown and yellow and greenish colored. The killer whale was black on top and white on the bottom. The macaw had lots of bright colors, red, orange, blue, yellow. And the black rhinoceros was actually grayish. And the jewel beetle was blue and gold, or blue and yellow. So you can choose one of those animals, or you can choose one of the animals in the video. We also have another activity for later on today. By the Pond, that's an emergent reader that will be using the new high-frequency words for this week. So I hope you enjoy doing this. Now, if you want to just trace the words and choose one page to color today, that's totally fine. The idea is to read this many times over this coming week, okay? And we also have been experiencing some kind of crazy weather. Last week it was warm, and then it snowed, and then now it got a little warm again. That's springtime in Montana for you. So we have a Let's Find Out weekly reader that's entitled My Wild Weather Day. So if you click on the link for this, you can go to where they have this magazine that has a read aloud for you. There's also a video and a game included, and then you can do the back page. Use the word bank to fill in the rest of the information on your page. I hope you have a wonderful, marvelous Monday, and it'll be the start of a fun week.